thank you everyone for being here tonight.
Stand up.
Is that better? Everybody hear me okay? All right. So Francis for Mayor began their campaign. We began our campaign with one goal, the people of the city of Cohoes. Our campaign has been positive and fruitful. We set out to show people that we have always been active members of our community and will always remain to be active members of this community. We've highlighted our experiences: former treasurer, department head, member of the board of managers for the city of Cohoes. We've highlighted our current and most exciting path, a private sector role that partners with municipalities and government agencies across New York State, helping upgrade and update their infrastructure. That's an exciting role, and that certainly builds on where we should go here in Cohoes. What we didn't do is make this campaign about anything else other than what voters require to make a responsible choice of leadership. And that's important. There have been multiple attempts to urge candidates to attack Mayor Morse and make this campaign about him and allegations against him. Unfortunately, I think that's caused voters to bring emotion to their choice. Emotion that's causing voters to vote someone out of office and not vote someone into office. And that's important because there's a distinct difference. To vote someone out is fueled by emotion. We dislike the character of one individual so much we gravitate to the individual that we feel most comfortable about. Voting a candidate into office shifts our focus to experience, a proven track record, and best of all, conversation. Instead of focusing on the past, let's look to the future. We ask you to choose to vote someone into office. Understand experiences, have conversation, ask the difficult questions. Thank you.
Second opening statement, again from Miranda, drawing from the hat, is Steve Napier.
Good evening. And I want to thank John Gray for moderating for us. I want to thank the Senior Center for hosting us tonight. Can everyone still hear me?
No.
And I want to thank my fellow candidates for participating. And most importantly, I want to thank everyone in the audience for being here to participate in the democratic process. My name is Steve Napier. I'm a sixth-generation composer, a first-generation college graduate, and a city councilman representing the 5th Ward. In my capacity as a councilman, I have interacted extensively with every department in the city. That has truly prepared me to step into the role of mayor with the experience to lead on day one. And on day one, I will pass sweeping ethics reform, improving our checks and balances, curbing my own power as mayor, banning elected officials from double dipping with 2 city-funded paychecks, tightening anti-nepotism laws, because government is not a family business. You will never see a member of my family on the city payroll. And passing term limits, because I believe that fresh blood encourages new ideas. I'll invest in our youth with a youth services librarian, extended after-school and weekend hours in our library so residents can, without access to the tools they need to do their homework or apply for a job, will have access to those. And I'll partner with the school district to bring city-sponsored college prep or trade transition programs to our high school students. I'll implement a self-sustaining program to repair our sidewalks. See page 7 of the Napier Plan. I'll address the underlying issues behind staffing shortages in our firehouses, and I'll correct the out-of-whack pickup schedules that often lead to lawn bags rotting on the curb. And I'll implement a block-by-block program. I'll tell you about that later on. Thank you again, and I look forward to the conversation. Thank you.
An opening remark will come from Sean Morse.
We don't have mics over on this side. I think we sound like you. Thank you. Can everybody hear me okay? My name is Sean Morris, and I am honored and I am privileged to be the mayor of this city. And this is not a campaign about me or the three candidates up here in the front of the room. This is a campaign about you and who can best fix your city and help you live a life in a community that you can be proud of, a place that people look at and say, I wish our city was just like Cohoes. 3 years ago, I knocked on every door in this city. I got to talk to a lot of people. I heard their excitement about what was going on. I heard their grievances about what was going on and the things they wanted to hear and see about Sean Morris. What can you do for our city? So quite simply, I said, this is what I'll do. I'll fix the problems that you brought to my attention. Like building a downtown. Building a downtown we have done. $75 million investment in our downtown. This money translated into something that has never happened in our city. 3 straight years of zero taxes to the residents of Cohoes. 3 straight years of no water or sewer fees in the city of Cohoes. 3 straight years of budgets that came under budget to the tune of $1.6 million. Never happened in the city of Cohoes. So when I said I would work tirelessly, that I would get results for each and every one of you, because you are the ones that mattered, I think that is results. I think if you take a ride down Rensham Street, you'll just shake your head and say, how did 18 businesses open up? How did $75 million in investment take place? How did he convince people to spend $3, $4, $5, $20 million on a street called Remsen? And we did it because we had a vision, we were enthusiastic, we talked about our ideas and what Cohoes could be. We talked about something really important, becoming an all-America city once again. And I will tell you that right now, that goal is within our reach. We have seen a music hall that was closed, now opened up, #1 in the capital region. Boy, it beeps awful fast when you drive it. But the reality is, I will work tirelessly for you. I know there's been a lot of things said about Sean Morris. I would ask you to do this. Believe what you believe, see what you see the money that's in your pocket and your paychecks that I'm not taking to do things to fix this city. Know that I will work tirelessly harder than anybody else. I will make you Cohoes proud. We will continue to be Cohoes proud as a community.
His opening remarks is Bill Keeler.
Thanks for coming out tonight. Appreciate it. Just want to thank John Gray for moderating. Thank the folks from the Senior Center for hosting this tonight. My name is Bill Keeler, and like many of you, I'm a lifetime Cohoeser. My ancestors settled here in the 1700s. My children and grandchildren are 9th and 10th generation Cohoesers. I've been in public service since I was 21 years old. I enjoyed a 32-year career in law enforcement, starting right here as a patrolman on the Cohoes Police Department, before later joining the New York City Police Department. Advancing through the ranks, I retired in 2017 as the commander of Troop Chief, a 10-county area that includes the Capital District. I oversaw a workforce of 700 men and women of various ranks and assignments. I managed a $100 million budget, and I interacted with mayors, town supervisors, county legislators, New York State Assembly people, and senators, right on up through and including the lieutenant governor and the governor. Well, folks, I never imagined that I would be running for mayor. But Cohoes has been in the news for all the wrong reasons for the last 2 years. And I can no longer sit on the sideline. I love Cohoes too much. I'm running to restore honor and integrity to the city. I'm running to take politics out of the police department. And I'm running to leave Cohoes a better place for my children and grandchildren. But there's a lot to do to get Cohoes back on track. I will focus on neglected infrastructure. I will invest in our historic anchor buildings, City Hall and the library. I will engage the community by creating a liaison to all of our nonprofits, to our schools, to our business community. Together we can do these things, but we can't do them alone. That's why I'll work to rebuild strained relationships with county, state, and federal officials. Get the flow of aid coming in again. But first, I need your support on June 25th.
Now, I want to be upfront with you. When I watch debates at home, I often watch the moderators who do wonderful jobs, and I often yell at the TV wishing they would ask some of the obvious questions that don't get asked sometimes. So my first two questions I think are going to fall into that category. They may not be comfortable for everybody, but I think they have to be asked. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask them. So I want to say that first. My first question, again, they're going to have a minute to respond and then 30 seconds to rebut. I've got 5 questions and I'm going to get to all of yours. Well, hopefully all of yours, as many as I can. The elephant in the room, which has really not been scratched yet, is what's been happening with the mayor here. He's been under a cloud for more than a year now with allegations of abuse. If you read the Times-Union, you've seen it far too often probably in the paper. No charges came from those allegations, as you know. However, the mayor is currently under federal charges related to the alleged misappropriation of campaign funds. Now, the outcome of that's not known. He has not had his day in court. He has not had a chance to defend himself. And of course, we are all innocent until proven guilty. But the question I'm asking of all the candidates, including the mayor, is why, with all of this dark cloud and now this federal trial coming up, why wouldn't voters just look at this as maybe a time for change, anyone but the mayor who's currently in the seat, to remove that cloud over the city and move on? But on the flip side of that coin, if he's found not guilty, why is he not entitled to run and win and continue running the city? And we'll start on the end, and then the next question we'll move down as we go. But I'll start with Steve right now, off the top, if you want to handle that question. He needs a mic. We'll get this mic thing sorted out, I promise.
So, to answer the elephant in the room.
Stand up.
The elephant in the room question. I think that